and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome to build-up to the 2025 Copa del Rey final, where we have been treated to a Clásico. We are going to be witnessing Barca up against Real Madrid in a clash to take home the trophy, and this promises to be an absolutely crucial game in both teams' season. It really is a vital one here, and we're going to be discussing everything to come there, the teams, what we can expect, and the all-important predictions. It is coming up for you. Get yourselves ready, and let's do this. But indeed, guys, today's big match preview is coming to you courtesy of Manscaped here, because as we know, Manscaped, they have the tools for the big occasion. They are the number one in terms of men's grooming products, and there's so many available there that can really help you out over on manscaped.com. And I've also got to say, there are still some limited edition Manscaped boxes right now available on the website. I mean, come on, guys. These are awesome, and all Manscaped boxes actually come complete with, and get this, the jewel pouch. I mean, hey, that really is quite something. It's quite extraordinary to experience there. So head on over now to Manscaped. You can get 20% off your order with the code TalkFCB. Celebrate the Clásico in style and enjoy. Because indeed, guys, live on Saturday night from Estadio de la Cartuja, Barca will be taking on Real Madrid there, and it will come at 10 p.m. local time. It is a really late kickoff there, and I suspect it's because there's some cooler temperatures at that time in Seville, and it does promise to be a phenomenal game with a great atmosphere. Because I think here, in terms of the two teams, you look at Barca, our ambitions are clear. We want the Copa del Rey to win the trophy itself, but also as part of a treble winning season. We are still on to win all of them, and that's the message inside of the club right now. They have the ambition of doing it all. But I think from Real Madrid's perspective here, they not only want to win the Copa because it's their most realistic chance of a trophy this season, but I think they will also think of it here as beat us, really hurt our confidence in this game, and maybe they could actually derail our season. That could have a knock-on effect here in Barca's Champions League hopes, in Barca's hopes in La Liga. So Real Madrid will also be gunning for this one. There is so much to play for here, so much on the line, and that is why from Barca's point of view, we have to stay very calm, very focused. We can't look too far ahead. We can't be thinking about the Champions League. We can't be thinking about the treble. What's in front of us here is a game against Madrid, a cup final, and if you need help getting excited and pumped up for that, well then I'm sorry, I don't think we can help you. Because in terms of Barca here coming up against Real Madrid, I mean, it's safe to say that we can call upon a lot of confidence that we gained from the season so far, and in particular, the two meetings we've already had against Madrid, of course. Back in round 11 in La Liga, it was an absolute demolition job at the Bernabeu, our training ground, of course. 4-0 Barca on that occasion, and then in the Super Cup final, I would say we took it one step further there. Real Madrid taking the lead in that game, but Barca hitting back with such force, really taking apart Madrid, and of course that was a final. There was a cup on the line, and we got that one in the bag. And I think when you're looking here at recent form between the two teams, obviously all the results laid out here, and when you're looking solely at results, you may think, well, there's not that much of a difference between Barca's recent form and Real Madrid's too. They've summoned up plenty of wins, they've stayed within touching distance in La Liga, but I think the big difference there is those Champions League results. You know, those defeats to Arsenal for Real Madrid, they are damaging for confidence there, for momentum. They were really, really poor performances over two legs, and I think that's had a big psychological effect here on this whole Madrid team, and especially as well, Carlo Ancelotti. Because it's because of results in the Champions League and indeed some really suspect Real Madrid performances that there is massive pressure now on the Real Madrid coach Carlo Ancelotti. Multiple reports actually ahead of this game here, ahead of the final, say that if he loses against Barca, he will be immediately sacked as coach. They won't even wait maybe until the end of the season. It'll be this game and then he's gone. Others say that maybe Ancelotti will depart at the end of the campaign, that he will separate there from Real Madrid Madrid on good terms, but it does almost seem here to be the beginning of the end at Carlo at Madrid. But in terms of Hansi Flick and Ancelotti, well, Flick is full of respect for him there. He said Real Madrid have one of the best coaches in the world in Ancelotti, and it's not nice to see what's happening to him in terms of the criticism. He said he's won everything at every club, he's a real gentleman, and I have the highest respect for him. It'll be great to see him this weekend. He is an unbelievable coach there. So Flick, full of respect there for his counterpart, and looking forward to Saturday's game. But in terms here, guys, of what we can expect then from the two teams, and if we look here at Real Madrid and the shape that they may indeed deploy, I think one thing that we can be quite sure of here in this game, they are going to try and target that Barca left-hand side. They are really going to zone in on that left-back area. We've seen recent teams do it, of course, with the absence of Alejandro Balde. And what we will also see from Real Madrid, undoubtedly, is lots of crosses coming into the box. That has been a pattern, really, that has emerged quite rapidly over the past few games. I mean, look at the game against Arsenal there. It was cross after cross after cross. And I still don't know who Real Madrid are aiming for. You know, who do they think is in the penalty area? I really don't know, but I think we've also got to be very wary of players like Fede Valverde. Of course, Barca will have that high line. We will be looking at Mbappe, at Vinicius, but you've got to be very wary of those third-man runs as well. Runs from deep there, from the likes of Fede Valverde, but Real Madrid will be without Eduardo Camavinga. That is going to be a blow for them. But what then about Barca's plan? What about Barca's approach coming into this game? Because as you can see right here, these are the Barca players who have travelled to the Copa del Rey final, and that will be available for selection. One big player there that will jump out at you is the return of Marc-Andre ter Stegen. For the very first time since his injury, he is back in the squad, but not expected to start in this game. And also, guys, you've got to take into account here, there is still no Alejandro Balde. He, in the end, has not been risked. We expected that, of course, speaking about it yesterday, and his plan is to be ready for the first leg in the Champions League against Inter. So indeed, guys, if we do move on to the all-important starting lineup here, and it is going to be Szczesny in goal for Barca, another big game for him, another final, and another one of those occasions where he can really show his dominance, show his leadership here upon this team. Along the back line, Jules Koundé will return, and I'd imagine he's going to be nice and refreshed. His first break of the season that he got in the last game, he is going to be ready for this one. I would then go with Pau Cubarsí and Inigo Martinez. I know that players there, like Araujo, Eric Garcia, they will be pushing to start. They will want to be involved here, but I just think we go with the tried and tested method of Cubarsí alongside Inigo, and the big decision comes at left back for Hansi Flick. Because I've got to say, guys, I expect it to be Gerard Martin. You know, whether it should be or not, I think that's very much open to debate. I think Hector Fort here gave himself a chance with the performance that he put in there against Mallorca. But I think it is going to be Martin. We've seen it all season long, Flick putting his trust in him. It's a massive game here to come into. The pressure is going to be on, and he will be under pressure too. Like I say, Real Madrid will look to target that area, but we have to support him there. We've got to try and give him as much help as we possibly can, because then in midfield, Frenkie de Jong and Pedri, they have got the ability, they've got the tools there to unlock any team, to dominate any midfield in the world. Those two this season have been absolutely outstanding. Pedri against Mallorca was absolutely unreal. Let's see more of that here against Real Madrid. And then moving forward, of course, you've got Lamine Yamal. He too had a bit of rest there against Mallorca. You've got the influence of Rafinha. Dani Olmo is going to be absolutely key playing in behind Ferran Torres. Leading the line, of course, no Robert Lewandowski. And I would just say, guys, although we have had some injuries here, a few problems to our squad, I still think that looks like an excellent team. And again, you've got players who can come off the bench there and really change the game, really add a new dimension there. You've got Gavi, you've got players there like Ansu Fati who will want to be involved. Fermin Lopez, we spoke already about Eric Garcia's impact this season. Lots of quality, lots of depth, and Hansi Flick here has a team that can get the job done. But of course, guys, if we do move on now to the all-important predictions for El Clasico, and I've got to say, over on my community section, Just have a look at that right there. Just see the confidence of the Barca fans right here. And it's absolutely amazing to come into a Clásico, a cup final, and feel this way. And it's justified. You look at the last two Clásicos, you look at the way that we've been playing, the performances this season in big games, it is absolutely understandable that we feel as though we can not only win this game, but actually win it comfortably. 45% believing that Barca will win by 3+ goals. And one thing though that I would say, guys, is, especially looking ahead, and I know we don't want to do that too much, but looking at the Champions League, etc., we don't want extra time. We do not want to be going here deep into extra time. It's a really late game as well. And what we also want to avoid is penalties, of course. We all saw what happened in Real Madrid against Atletico. I don't want penalty kicks. Don't take that chance. So let's get this done in normal time. And in my opinion, it is going to be Barca 3, Real Madrid 1. I do believe we'll get the job done. I do believe here we have been better, we have been superior to Real Madrid this season, and I strongly believe we will show that on Saturday night. So that there, guys, is all of the build-up ahead of the cup final. And I want to know in the comments down below, what are you feeling right now? What emotions are running through your veins? And what are your predictions? What would you like the score to be? What do you think it'll be? And also, how would you line up in this game? What would you do there at left back? Please do let me know all of that down below. I will see you soon. This is a massive weekend for us. Thank you indeed, guys, for your support, and a big, big thank you yet again for 600,000 subscribers on the channel. It's absolutely amazing, and let's all celebrate together on Saturday night. But until next time, as always, Vejka, Real Barca.